Good morning. Yesterday was pretty much a crappy day. Well, at least here at home. But we decided to go ahead and do our supply run to Flagstaff and get the things that we needed to go ahead and cover the walls for the shop and also frame in the living room. Today is actually a very beautiful day. Not many clouds in the sky, but it does say it could possibly rain later today. They said that about this morning too. Said that we could possibly get rain showers. So that's why last night when we got home, we decided to cover everything up just to be on the safe side. I need to go ahead and get this unloaded. But before we do that, let me show you the clips of our visit to town yesterday. We're here in Flagstaff. We stopped at Galaxy Diner to have some breakfast. I had the blueberry French toast with eggs and bacon. Yum, yum. All right, today we've got some errands to run and things to pick up. But I saw this sign here. It says monthly parking available. I think it's at that west end. There's a yellow sign there, and then across it says overnight monthly parking. So not sure what that's about. Maybe they allow RVs to park. Right, Kellogg? Came to Home Depot. We're gonna grab 50 more pieces of wood. This is just the cheaper route to go. And build the other walls in the living room. We have all the 2x4s. There's 50 there. That's a lot. So we got last time. And some of this crap, as far as plywood, it's expensive this season. 45. I think I remember getting the 1/4 inch for like 35 last season. OSB? Oh no, we're not getting off gases.
$15.
Oh my God, that would be nice. Look at that. OSB is only $15. That's a big difference. Ugh, okay. Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. What's the difference between RTD plywood and regular? Because this is only $25. I think that's what I got last season. Well, this is cheaper than it was last season. That's not bad. Oh, 23.
I think this is this.
Oh, that's 25. I wonder what the difference is between RTD. I guess I can look it up real quick. Yeah, I could do that. $23 for this stuff here. Oh yeah, that would work. Although there was one other thing that is about $12 more, which is $34.98, $35. But it is the birch plywood. Look how nice that looks. It's so smooth. I love this stuff. But the thin stuff, which I guess we really wouldn't need thick walls, it's just a shipping container build, is $35. So I don't know. I don't plan on staining it, so I wouldn't really need the nice looking birch wood. Here's the stuff they use for sheds. I don't want to use that because off-gassing. And these pressed boards have glue, so they fall apart easy. Well, they say we can use this for subflooring, so we might actually do that for the floors. But we're not working on the floors now. So I'm just wondering if I should go ahead and go with the other one that's $10 more. I don't know. This right here is
OTD,
that's pretty good. $25.
OTD is superior to OSB in moisture resistance.
Right.
It's stronger and stiffer, 10% more than OSB. If they're saying using it before, it's lighter than OSB.
Right.
It says it's best for subflooring, roof sheathing, and wet plywood.
So the OSB you can use in roofing, which we don't need because there's already a roof on top of the shipping container. And they say it's good for if you know there's not going to be any moisture. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the plywood because I don't need it to be fancy. It's $10 cheaper in the shop area. And then when we decide to finish the walls in the living room, then we'll go with the birch because we don't have to buy as much there. Okay, Jeff's gonna go grab the truck. $385 later, which is better than last time. It was over $700 last time because we got the insulation. Ugh, just adds up. All right, we got everything loaded up, strapped down. We're ready to go back home. That was a bit complicated, but we got it in there and strapped in good. So we have 2 more runs. Gotta go grab propane and also some supplies. Yay, living off grid, it's amazing. Right, Kellogg? It's amazing. He's like, I don't care about it. Just open the window for me, please. There you go. Moo-moo, you shoved in the back with the propane tanks. Don't forget we had to drop off some stuff at Goodwill. Came to Tractor Supply to get some propane. It's $3.59 a gallon here. Usually the cheapest in the area. Now that we're back home, I need to go ahead and get the truck unloaded. Last night when we got back, I didn't really feel like unloading the truck, so we just covered it up. And that was easy, so we're gonna unload it today. I'll pull the truck around to that side of the shipping container. Let me explain a few things. So first things first, I want to get the walls up in here. We'll probably go ahead and work on this side first. So that means we'll have to slide everything over or push it out. Like so, hopefully it doesn't rain today. And yeah, then we'll get this wall up to here finished or covered with plywood. Then we'll get everything back in place over here. And then we'll start working on this wall here. We have to be careful because we don't have all the electronic components in yet. And we're waiting on those. So we do have to still run some wire. So we don't want to cover the walls that we have to run wire. All right, get the rocks off. Find my keys. I must have left them in here. I did. Okay. Move into the back of the shipping container where the double doors are. That way I can just take off the supplies from the truck as we're putting up the walls. And so I don't want to have to move the stuff more than once. Oh, that breeze feels chilly today. Okay. Get this unstrapped, then, like I said, slowly bring it in one at a time as we're putting the walls up. Just be easier. There we go. Oh, that battery's in the way. Huh. I think I'm gonna move some of this stuff into the other shipping container because it's annoying having to move it out of our way constantly. First plywood in. Yeah, just some of this needs to go into the shipping container until we're ready for it, because it is annoying to have to move it back and forth here and there just to get it out of our way. We went ahead and removed everything because I figured the subflooring has to go in because this cannot go past the subflooring. I mean, it could, but it shouldn't. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and start on the subflooring frame, which are just going to be where the 2x4s are. Then we'll get the first sheet of plywood in. All right, we're going to cut the first 2x4. All right. What do you think about that, Kellogg? Okay, let's see how it fits. Perfect. Looks good. Okay, hold that and I'll go ahead and... Okay. Is that right? Okay. Okay, for now the wood has been put up and in the storage. Just had to. I don't know why I didn't think of this, but unfortunately the subflooring has to go in first and then the wall will be on top of it, so it'll raise the wall up a little bit. We could probably do it without putting the subfloor down first, but I just feel better and I think it would be easier if we got the subfloor in. So that would mean that we need the 1/2 inch instead of the 1/4. We need the 1/2 inch plywood and also 1/2 inch insulation to go underneath. I checked with the local hardware store how much the plywood, and it's only $3 more than going all the way to Flagstaff. Well, $3 a piece more. So if I got 5, that's all they have in stock. That would be $15 extra. But I'm not sure about the insulation, so it might get to the point where it's a little bit too much. I could go to town or Flagstaff cheaper than getting this stuff, but so far it doesn't seem like it. If I got the 5 pieces, that would bring us out to here. I actually need 6 to finish this half completely off, but unfortunately they don't have 6, only 5 1/2 inch plywood. So I'm just gonna have to deal with that, and she should call me back to let me know, or I have to call them back if they have the 1/2 inch foam board. Wow, it's really raining over there. It's kind of raining all around us. But we're not getting any rain yet, but it's a good thing we went ahead and put the wood up just in case. Well, speaking of wood, we're headed over to the hardware store because they have the 1/2 inch subflooring, and unfortunately they only have one of the 1/2 inch foam board. So we're gonna pick up what we can, and while we're there I might look around a little bit more, see what else they have. All right, we've got what we need, at least most of it. She had more than she said. We got 6 of the plywood, so all of the plywood, and only 3 of the inch foam board. I don't know why I kept on saying 1/2 inch. I needed the inch because I want a 1/2 inch gap or airspace. It's loaded up and ready to go home. Of course, it starts raining on the way back home. Luckily, we only live like 4 miles from the hardware store. How can you sleep on this bumpy road, Calaga? Oh, I'm gonna drive off the road. Oh, it's sleeting now. You can see it on the hood. Is that hail? It's more like hail. Well, sleet. No, you're right. Well, the wood is a bit wet and it slid back some. Luckily, it didn't fall off. So I'm going to go ahead and put it into here since this is what we'll be working on. And once this first flooring is down, then we can put the walls up. But this has to be done first. All right, well, we've got the first section done here. They say measure twice, cut once. That's what we should have done, but we cut a little too short, but it was okay. We fixed it really easy, and a piece just slid in there. Luckily, it's foam, so it's easier to work with than wood. And I think that looks good. We're going to go ahead and cut the next piece, and then we'll put the plywood down. Those clouds look ominous, but we have sun shining right behind us. All right, the insulation is done in the first section. Stop that, stop that. Anyways, so we just have to trim down the 1/2-inch plywood. Hey, moo-moo. The weather has turned crappy. Just moving some of the stuff over to the other shipping container. I'm kind of stuck on this. So we went ahead and put the plywood down, but it flexes a little bit because the insulation isn't as thick as the framing. So there's a little bit of space there. So yeah, it does flex. So we'd have to put framing in here or pieces that go across. Unfortunately, I was looking how some other people do it, and they take the rigid foam board and lay it directly on the floor and then put the subfloor on top of that. I feel like a foam board just doesn't give that much support and that it would get smushed down, because even when we brought this back, where you could tell where the straps had smushed the foam. So I feel like that's what would happen unless they use a denser foam than that. The pink kind that doesn't really smush down. So I don't know, I'm going to have to think about this. I'm kind of stuck here. If y'all have any suggestions, put them in the comments below. Moo-moo, we're stuck on our project. Don't know how to do it. I took one of those offcuts and put it right here. And this spot definitely feels more rigid and supported. I hate to have to put in 3 more pieces, well actually 6 total. Jeff did the calculations and it would be 40 more 2x4x8s, so. Alright, well, this video didn't turn out exactly how I had planned it and hoped, and we're just kind of stuck. So if you want to put your suggestions in the comment, I'd appreciate it. Another thing that we could do is not use 1/2-inch because it has more flex in it. Use 3/4-inch plywood. And that might strengthen things up more instead of having to put the beams in there. I don't know which one would be cheaper. Probably just getting the thicker plywood. If you want to check out more videos, they'll be over here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so there or check out Patreon. Bye for now.